Hey guys, Video Pirate back again, and this is pretty cool. I picked this up the other day at the Salvation Army thrift store for $4.99 and got really excited when I saw this on the shelf because I knew exactly what it was and knew that I just had to get it home and take it apart. And if you're not familiar with what this is, it's a on-subscription TV box. In areas of the country that didn't have cable TV yet, what they would do is one over-the-air station would broadcast a scrambled signal, and for $25 a month you would rent this decoder box and be able to get basically one premium channel of movies and sports, porn, concerts, that sort of thing. And is really popular in the Chicago area because Chicago didn't actually get cable until about 1985. And if you really want like an in-depth look at this thing, I would recommend checking out the Oddity Archives video. I'll put a link to that in the description. They actually did a much better job than I ever could, to explain like the history of this. But basically how this actually worked was when a television signal is being broadcast, once the television receives one line of the picture, there's a pulse in the signal that tells the television to skip to the next line and start making the next line of the picture. And what they would do is they would just remove that pulse, which would cause the television to not know exactly where one line of the picture ends and another line starts. And it would also, the television would shift the picture back and forth trying to find that signal, so it actually got scrambled in two different ways. And these things were actually incredibly easy to take apart and figure out how they work and build your own. There's stories where electronic stores in the city would give you a bag of parts and you could easily build one of these. They eventually got wise and they changed the entire system of how they encoded it. But actually Popular Mechanics, even before they actually rolled out the first unit, had already printed the schematics of how to build your own. So that was kind of useless. And if we take a look at this thing, on the front here we got just a simple on-off switch knob, and this is full disclosure, this is not the right knob for it. When I bought the knob was broken off and I just happened to have this lying around, so I stuck it on there for now. The actual knob would have been black and would have had like an indicator line showing if it was on or off. You got the big on TV logo here and a message down here, tune your TV to channel 3 for on, which would, this thing basically works like an old VCR where you'd have to turn your TV to channel 3. And if we flip it around, up at the top here we got our date code, which is from 1980, the 40th week, 6th day, so this is made on a Saturday. I'm not sure exactly what day that is. You got your catalog number, which starts with 44. That was the UHF channel in Chicago that would actually broadcast, was channel 44. It's like now Telemundo or Univision or something. You have your UHF in, which you would need in order for this to be able to get channel 44 and decode it. You got your UL listed logo, design certified, complying with FCC rules. You have your do not expose this to any moisture warning, and electrical shock, do not remove this from its cabinet, but we're going to do that anyways. Over here we have what I would assume would be like a switch for turning the premium on and off. Maybe if there was like a premium fight, this would have a separate decoder for it. And I would almost think this would be like a lock and key sort of system where they would maybe go around, and if you paid for the fight then they would switch it on or off for you. You have run, which is kind of hard to read. It was run 101, and I don't really know what that even really means. But you have your VHF in and out, and this actually does have the in and out also, because when this was not in use you would still have to turn it off and it would work as a pass-through for your VHF stations, which in Chicago would be channel 2, 5, and 7. Give your FCC data, the model number, and it was manufactured by CATV division of Oak Industries and made in the Republic of China. And you got your serial number tag here. And flipping it right around, let's get in here and see what's inside. Take this knob off. And I got a couple of Phillips screws here, right in the front. Faceplate comes off, and we are greeted by a nice big metal box. Oh, before we go any further, I just wanted to show the bottom of it. There's this nice big safety warning on here that says that this is the property of Oak Systems of Chicago. The manufacturing, design, construction, or use of this device to receive Oak Systems of Chicago's programming signals without our express written permission is a violation of federal statute, yada yada yada, and is punishable up to $10,000 and or imprisonment of 1 year. And then you have these looks like safety screws, and they I guess that was some sort of like measure to try to get people not to open these up. And I was thinking I was probably going to have to make some sort of bit to try to get these out, but in reality, I actually already loosened them with just a standard screwdriver. I was able to just slowly work these out, so when we get to that point, I actually cut away because it'll probably take me a while to get those out. But in the meantime, let's get this back plate off here. Alright, plate comes off, and we got a metal box. Looks like that once we get these screws out, it should just slide right apart. So I'm not going to bore you with working all these screws out on the bottom, so I'm going to cut away and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got all the screws out. Now this should just pull right out, and we have ourselves a big metal box. Got a little bit of writing on the side here. What's that say? Caution for continued protection against fire hazard. Replace only with same type 3/16, a slow blow fuse with least rain. Okay. CATV 449-00T. Okay, nothing too interesting there. And we got all these little screws right here on the top. Let's just see what size those are. And they look to be about 5 mil. So I'll get all these screws out and we will be right back. Alright, so I got all those top screws out. And let's see what we got inside here. Interesting. The first thing that really pops out is this giant blue tray here, and I would assume this is a protection measure that all the proprietary components would be in this tray, and then they fill it up with this blue goo in order to try to hide it. Sticking out, we got a coil here, got some sort of large capacitor. I'm assuming somewhere in here there's a crystal that would actually add that pulse back in. And inside, you have what is obviously a power supply here. The big old cap. This would be your TV tuner, so you can still tune in channel 44. I'm sure it's tuned to that. And actually, yeah, there's a, can't really see, but there's a sticker on the top that says 44. So this only tunes to channel 44. And then from there, it would obviously send the signal into the top tray, decode it, and then I'm assuming under this metal part is another TV encoder, so that you could actually pull up the picture, which would be readjusted. And yeah, this is pretty cool. And that's the inside of a on TV decoder box. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this sort of thing, I'm going to be doing videos a lot more frequently. I've been off a couple of weeks here, but please subscribe. If you want to send us a message, it's go to thevideopirate.com, and Twitter is @thevideopirate. Thanks, and have a great day.